Hey, I'm back. I'm going to be losing my light really soon here, so I don't know how many more videos I'll be able to include of this process and still be able to do what I need to do with this bike tomorrow. I do want to show you getting the rim guard back on, which is what I'm doing right now. You do want to start by lining up the opening with where the spoke, the valve goes. Then, oops, I'm going to make the whole thing shake because this foot of the tripod ended up inside the tire. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to take the inner tube out of this whole shebang. And I'm going to kind of ball it up and let even more air out. I want this to be as flat as possible during this process. I am pressing with my thumbnail onto that little bit there. You notice this is not a Schrader valve. I just noticed that my replacement tire is a Schrader valve, and I do not think I have the appropriate tools to inflate that. So I may have bought the wrong kind of replacement inner tube. I always say tire instead of inner tube. It's a mistake that I make. So if that continues throughout, keep in mind, just in case I make the mistake, this is an inner tube. This is a tire. Do I always say the right thing? No. So if I make the mistake and don't notice, I have now specified so you know when I'm making a mistake. So here's this opening, and now that's through. Okay, this wire is going to need to kind of be tucked up. Then we don't want to damage the inner tube in any way, so tucking it back inside of the tire is a good idea so that it's protected from getting pinched between it and the rim. While we're doing this, we may need to place that valve again. I'm just going to change the angle of the camera again here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Yep. Just kind of shoving it in there. I do recommend getting bicycle repair classes if you can. They're so helpful. Alright, so making sure that I'm not pinching the tire over the inner tube. See, I almost made a mistake again, but I caught myself. And trying to brace the parts that I have ensured aren't pinching against myself rather than fighting inertia here. Just see if I can just yank it back on, but we're probably going to need the tire paddles. So from the first video in this series, these come from my Bell multi-tool. So I'm enclosing this side, making sure the inner tube is relatively straight up in there because it's going to be so awkward later if it's not. I'm going to take this multi-tool and start by lifting, or changing angle again because this is awkward and you're at close range. Yeah. Let's see. Done this before, but do I remember how? Jeez Louises. How much can I just do with my hands? Probably quite a lot. Yeah, there we go. From the closest point, continuing along. It is helpful to have the inner tube fully deflated for this, because otherwise it does get in the way. I'm using the curved kind of goes that way, it's real subtle, part towards the rim, and that worked over here, and I'm going under both, and you just kind of work your way along as one holds what you just did, and the next one does the next step. It gets more difficult. We're going to change the angle again, sorry. It gets more difficult as each step goes. You do want to keep an eye that you're not pinching that inner tube. There we go. That one's in. And I'm jamming this. It rotates, so maybe you have a better chance of seeing. Jamming this between. This is the point where we might have to start doing one layer at a time. You know what I forgot to pay attention to? Is this little sign that says direction. Guess what? I screwed it up. I'm just going to yank it off and flip it over. So, what I just noticed is this says direction. I don't know if you can tell. And then there's an arrow. Derailleur's this way. When the bike's rolling, this tire's going to be going this way. So that needs to be like this. We need to find the opening for the valve again. It's over there, so this is completely backwards. So there we go. Right there. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and feed it through while I have access to it without crushing my fingers. Come on. Go through both. Not just one, both. I don't know why this is difficult. Pull it and then put it. There we go. Tuck it back in. We're going to start on this side again with it braced against my body so that, keep the wire clear, so that I'm not fighting it as I go. I'm going to get as much of this in by hand as I can. And then, as noted prior, when putting it on in the wrong direction, start with the tire paddles. And again, this is why a lot of serious and or commuter cyclists recommend that you sacrifice the inner tube in case of a flat and just carry the fix a flat, that stuff with you, because this is such a pain in the neck on the roadside. Imagine it raining, everything's slippy, you've hit a curb, you busted your cramp, because, you know, that's how it goes, and you're sitting there trying to do this. There we go. Tires on. Good, the valve is still in. This is always a little tricky here, getting the valves to attach to the pump properly while it's kind of loose due to not being inflated. So we're going to have to attach it twice because it'll start to let off air. I'm going to take these. But it is starting to inflate. Shirt's in there. Sorry for the annoying noise, but that is how you get a tire back on. That's starting to firm up. That's going to be plenty for this moment. And just redo this and use that gripping motion to pull the valve into place. Yeah. Everything is fine with that. I do not think that my pump is Schrader valve compatible, so I definitely think I have the wrong kind. My cap is over here somewhere. I'm going to hunt for it when we're done with the video. But how are we doing? 10 minutes. Oh, dearie me. You know what dearie me is? It's this. Gotta let some more air out, again, to have some room to work with. And we're gonna have to use these again. And it's okay. It happens, I just overshot it. This last little bit is what gets a little more difficult. I'm gonna hold that, come to the next one. And this is why the ends are curved, is so you can get in there, grab the edge of the rim, hopefully. Just see how much you can do at a time. I might have to let out more air. I don't know, we'll see. Can I do from here? Yeah, okay. Good. Alright. Yeah, fully inside. Now we just have to pump it up again. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, mistakes will be made in the process. And then getting the valve, again, into the pump. It can help to pinch down real hard on the back end to hold it in place, so you have something to brace against. But with these double walls, it might not help that much. Not helped enough. Squishy, but definitely taking air. Alright, so the next step is placing the tire into the derailleur, and we're going to try using the brakes as the measurement for whether or not this wheel is in true, and use it for truing the wheel, because I know it's not in true. I just screwed it all up by replacing spokes, but it was all screwed up by having the spokes broken, so it's not really me that did that. So there's the bike. It is precariously balanced upside down. If I had a bike stand, this would be a lot easier, and that might be an investment I make, considering that I am now affirmed that no shops for bicycles in my region will service my electric bicycle. Now that I know that for sure, well, maybe a bike stand is a good investment. Good thing I have the knowledge. So, the moon's up. The sky is pink. I don't know if you can tell. There's the moon. Sky is a purpley pink color. So I don't know how much light we'll have for the derailleur placement, but that will be the next step, and I'll let you know. All right. Here's hoping I'm mobile tomorrow. Thanks. Take care. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and the playlist will pop up sometime around now. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.